Today we're gonna talk about triangle pose. We're gonna talk about common misalignment of the triangle pose and how to properly and how to do it actively, how we can be safe in the pose and how we can maximize the benefit of this pose. So for this pose, it's very important to remember or to know the stance of the feet. So first of all, in some of the yogic exercises or yoga practice, we ask people to step the right foot or any foot back to 3 to 4 feet apart. So let's see, goes as in 3 to 4 feet of distance. And from there, let's follow it on the right side first. So we'll bring our left foot in and we'll turn our right foot out. And make sure, the common mistake is can you keep your feet parallel? So as your feet right now is in parallel position, common mistake is when the people turn the right foot outward, they also turn their upper body or they almost turn their hip on the one side. You must make sure that when you're turning your right foot out, only your knee and thighs should move outward. The rest of the body, your hip remains as it is, your whole body or the spine remains as it is. From there, you shall be moving your hands out to the sideways, and before going down into the triangle pose, I would ask you to do one engagement, which is pulling the abdomen in. So keep your belly engaged. So when you keep your abdomen engaged, it won't let your side of the muscles flex. It will keep them active. So from here, in order to go for triangle pose, you will first lean on the side and try reaching far away. Imagine someone pulling your hand out on the side. But as you do that, remember again, do not move your chest forward, neither arch your back, because it's neither forward or back bend, it's in side bend. So you reach your hands back sideways and then keeping this thigh trying to rotate outward and trying to reach that hand down over your shin bone. That is not necessary to reach down to the toes. It's fine if you keep your hands over your shin bone. Try not to even put weight on the shin bone. It can put pressure on the knee. And also, you may see a lot of people doing hyperextension on the knee. You keep this knee slightly bent, which can activate the muscles around the knee. So this knee will be slightly bending. It doesn't look like bent, but it's bent enough to engage muscles around that leg. And this leg, this arch of the foot should be pressing down onto the floor, which will make effort to rotate this thigh outward to lengthen these of the muscles more. And also the common misalignment would be people shrugging their shoulders in. So make sure to keep the shoulders apart and reaching this hand high to the ceiling, that hand down towards the floor. Remember not to put a lot of weight on the inner arch of the foot, neither on the outer arch of the foot. Your weight should be equally distributed on the front, back and side by side of the foot. But still, the tendency of the body is to shift the weight forward, more on inner arch of the foot. So what you're going to do is, you're going to press your toes strongly and try to keep a little bit more weight on the outer arch of the foot to work against the tendency of the body. Remember to keep that belly engagement, because when we stay there for a little longer, our belly will try to relax, and that's how we lose the engagement from our sides, and our chest will try to move forward, our hip will rotate inward. So you keep your belly engaged, rotating this thigh outward, pulling on this kneecap, gripping toes on the mat, shoulders away from the neck. Now remember not to hang your neck like this. Most of the people will hang leg down. So what you're going to do with the neck is pushing neck chin forward first. So push chin forward and then lift up, look up to the palm. These things will activate your neck muscles, like pushing your chin and then turning it out sideways. You can have that engagement from the side of the neck. And yeah, you can be in this posture. It's about lengthening your side and definitely to align your spine. So for someone who is having scoliosis, you can come back now. For them, this posture is one of the best poses they can try. And definitely choose to do the same posture on the other side as well to balance your body. You're gonna lean on the side, bending on the side, touching your shin bone, reaching the other hand over the head. So make sure instead of resting your hand completely on the shin bone, there is one modification that you can do if you have a yoga block. So we can have a yoga block. So you can use this yoga block and put that yoga block outside of the foot and rest one of your palm on that block. Very nice. So if you feel any way crunch on this side, what you can do is you can tuck your ribs inside, which will lengthen more on the side of your muscles. So keeping your left ribs right now, it's a left rib, it's a right rib. So left rib tucking inside by stretching on the right lateral side or the right ribs. And this way you can have more benefit on this side stretching of the body. Legs has to be strong because they are the base. And then you should be fulfilling the intention, neither arching your back because it will put pressure on the lower back. That's it. That is very unnecessary for this pose. Also not putting pressure on the neck. That is also unnecessary. So you keep your neck engaged, shoulders away from the neck. And fingers can be any, but they should be activated either closed in or open out. Active fingers should be there. Okay, now you can relax, come up, inhale softly, and then with exhale you can come back to the normal position. To counter this position, we have the next pose, which is revolved triangle pose. I'll be coming back, stay tuned.